Hey everyone, welcome back to Charmed Rewind. It's been a while, Phelan.
We want to make an announcement. Charmed Herd with a Vengeance is coming back.
No, it's not. Don't even make people think for a second that we are coming back. It is never coming back. We are never getting back together. Good riddance. R.I.P. Not R.I.P. Rest in tumultuous whatever. We ain't coming back. So this is Charmed Rewind, not Charmed Hard with a Vengeance. It is deep 6 feet underground. Before we get to the episode of Charmed that we watched tonight, real quick, I do want to thank our first Anchor supporter. This is something Anchor recently introduced, recently-ish, it's been a little bit now, where people can support podcasts or other things on Anchor monthly by paying whatever they want to monthly, I guess. So I wanted to thank Stephen Tercy. Thank you so much. This is very kind of you. So here's the wonderful method of getting to this episode. I said, hey, Twitter, what do you want us to review? And basically whatever anyone said, I put that on a list, on a poll on Patreon, and they voted which episode we were going to talk about. And the one that it landed on was Season 7, Episode 6, PMS Werewolves, otherwise known as Once in a Blue Moon.
What the hell?
This feels like it's been a long time coming, Phelan.
Yeah, this episode's a real doozy.
This is like, I can't believe we haven't gotten to this one by now, because it feels like, I don't know, this must be notorious for being like just a dog shit episode.
This is terrible, and this is like ramping up into one of their major storylines of the season, and like, nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit. This is deep in the like who gives a shit of the show.
Yeah, like if you think there's a shit given, they slap you in the face repeatedly with no one giving a shit immediately.
To give some context, this is right after one of their better arcs that involved the magic school and the guy who ran it trying to get rid of Wyatt because for a greater good, he thought he was so evil he had to get rid of him. He was working with the Mirror Universe, Gideon, and
Yes.
and Leo ended up killing him, and then he's been tormented ever since, and then he killed an avatar. I may have been mixing up some of the storyline things, but I believe this involved the fallout from that. Like, I think he was being tortured by Barbas because of killing Gideon. I could be wrong on that one. What, this was episode 6, so it's still pretty early.
He killed an elder, not an avatar.
Right, an elder. Sorry. He killed an elder, James Avery,
Yeah.
to be specific.
On top of their really shitty green screen bridge set.
Yeah, that's true. I forget. This may have been unrelated to the magic school plot, but I think it was fallout from that led to him doing that, and he's been tormented by the avatars who have been appearing to him as floating skull heads.
Yeah.
This is all dumb. It's so dumb.
You see, your stupid minds, stupid.
Just needed like James Avery throwing Leo out of a house.
Yeah, this was also when Agent Brody was around, and for a second I didn't remember who Brody was, and I was like, oh, right, okay. I was thinking it was Brandon Quinn at first. I'm like, no, he's the other agent from season 8.
I was also mixing him up with Henry from season 8 too. It's like,
he's not even an agent.
yeah, he was a detective, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they're all kind of snoopy, handsome men.
It seemed like there's a lot of similar scenes with him and Paige in Henry's apartment. So it's just like,
that's
which
true.
one is Brody? Okay.
Yeah, Paige had a type.
Yeah.
The I can fix him type.
Yeah.
Should have been called Broody.
Brody.
Anyway, I look forward to all the comments correcting me on what actually was happening in the plotline at the time. All you need to know is he killed an elder. That's important to some of this. So
Actually, all that happened was Leo got some hair gel and pretended he was 2 people.
What?
With the evil Leo.
Oh, yeah, when he was spiking his hair. So dumb.
Leo is crazy, and that's why it led into this.
All right, let's begin, Phelan. We have a lot of ground to cover on this. It cannot be overstated or understated, whichever, how much of a butt wipe everyone is in this episode.
Yeah.
Truly awful.
It's terrible. It's bad, right? And there's like, oh no, I guess like LOL PMS, so they're allowed to be shitty.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this was supposed to be PMS writing. This is before anyone's possessed. It's not supposed to involve the werewolf stuff. It's just, they all just seem to be major assholes.
Mm-hmm. And like Paige too. Like Paige was usually kind of the one who cared a little bit. Like, but man, is she ever in no shits mode in this episode.
This is like some of the worst we've ever seen Paige. And also, it seems like she's two different people in this episode. Because the scenes with Brody, like, she's playing it fairly straight. And then the scenes with the girls, it's like, who cares?
Yeah, she's as bad as Phoebe and Piper in those scenes. And yeah, then she's kind of normal Paige when she's with Brody.
Maybe they were, like, influencing each other on set, like, the whole stinky mood.
Maybe.
It feels like they were all bad influences on each other.
We're producers, do it like this. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, so we open on Paige staring at a can of knockoff Pringles.
Yes.
She's sitting at the dinner table. They have a veritable feast of junk food sitting out there for them.
It's weird because there's Snack Wells, which are the actual brand there, and then they have knockoff things beside them too.
They must have had some promotions, like they had to like get in there or something.
Yeah.
Like some sort of food tie-in or something.
What was the knockoff Pringles called? Like Sun something? It's like it's a twofer because it's also like Sun Chips.
Like Sunburst or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pringles newfangled potato chips.
We are one bullet point into my notes. All right, so they have all this junk food out here. Phoebe wanders in, wondering what this meeting Piper has set up is going to be about. And Paige is like, I don't know, kids are probably kidnapped by a demon or something. Who cares?
Yeah.
This is not an exaggeration. This is literally how they act through this scene.
No, she's like sitting there thinking about the food. Like, I don't care. Like, and it's a weird time for Phoebe to care about something more than Paige, but it actually happens in this scene. She's like, Paige, that's mean.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, if this is supposed to be, like, PMS, it doesn't turn you into just, like, a monster, like, except in this episode. Yes. I guess it does. The fuck? They're... sucks so bad. Yeah, apparently they're both on their periods. All three of them are on their periods. Their periods have synced up. Apparently this is something that happens with women living together. I didn't know about this when I did my video. A lot of people told me about this, so I sounded like a real dum-dum, but apparently it happens. So Phoebe's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't joke about stuff like kids getting kidnapped by demons. And Paige is like, you're just over-emotional because the PMS. This is the first 30 seconds of the episode.
I'm sure they've gotten kidnapped by the latest demon or something.
And Phoebe's like, well, you get mean when you're with PMS. And Paige is like, I'm above it all. I had to pause like every 2 seconds because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like Piper comes in and says she gets pissy when she has PMS, and like, how the fuck do you ever know the difference?
Yeah, what? Maybe she just has PMS all but 3 days or 4 days, like a week, a year. She has like perpetual PMS.
It's like a figurative blue moon when she doesn't.
Yeah. I also noted she's wearing a terrible shirt with like one short sleeve and one tank top side.
Yeah,
like it's super bad.
It looks like she ripped a normal shirt and then like shittily repaired it.
It's not as bad as the one that Phoebe has at one point, not this episode, but at one point on the show, she has like one side is a quarter sleeve shirt and the other side is a tank top. Yeah. Like it's real weird.
Yeah.
So Piper says this meeting's serious because it involves her. And Paige is like, time to orbit an ice cream.
Yeah. Because Paige, personal gain.
Yeah, Phoebe's like, personal gain, and Paige is like, screw it, and nothing happens. The personal gain means nothing.
Yeah.
There's no consequences.
Does that count when it's her white lighter powers?
I don't know. I think it's like white lighter in combination with her charmed one power, because I don't think all white lighters can orb things. I think that's just a combination. Because I don't think Leo can do that.
I guess. Did she steal the ice cream too?
Oh, you think it wasn't even hers? Like,
yeah.
She ordered it out of a neighbor's house?
Yeah, neighbors or like the store or something.
Daryl was sitting there eating his ice cream. What the?
Shut up, Daryl. You don't deserve ice cream.
Yeah, she's sitting there. She literally says, screw it, with a mouthful of ice cream. Like, screw it.
Yeah.
This is one of the dumbest conversations they've ever had on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like every second of this.
Yeah, even once they get to the serious bits, no one cares.
No one cares. They're talking about something very serious. This is when Piper reveals to them that Leo has killed an elder. Like, she's like, hey, this is serious. He killed an elder. And Paige's response to this is a guffaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guffaw.
Like, you can't take this plot line seriously if your main characters are just gonna it off.
What is going on? And Piper's like, no, he killed an elder, but don't worry, he was tricked into it. And then Paige jokes some more while stuffing her face with ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah, tell that to Zola, or whatever his name was.
Yeah. Terrible characters.
And Piper blows up a light. This time she's kind of justified in being pissed at her sisters.
Yeah.
And she wanders out of the room. Paige and Phoebe are like, I almost said Phoebe.
Phoebe.
All right, Paige and Phoebe wander in, and they're like, hey, why are you so mad? Why are you mad, bro?
I don't know, maybe the thing I just told you.
And they're like, yeah, all right, I guess we care about that, but like, we're not a fan of the elders right now anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess they deserve to be murdered.
It's okay. Leo could go around murdering them because we're kind of mad at them.
And Paige is like, it's not like we believe he really killed anyone. He wouldn't kill anyone. That's dumb. Like, she just told you he did.
Yeah.
And then Leo orbs in. And he's like, hey, guys, big news. And Paige is like, what, did you kill anyone else?
How does anyone genuinely like this show at this point? Honestly, this is so stupid.
If you're a fan out there of the Once in a Blue Moon, write us an essay why I like Once in a Blue Moon. Submit it for approval.
This is the character who gave a shit saying this type of crap.
The last shred of empathy in the show drifting away on the wind. I tell you, PMS turns you into a charmed one.
Terrible.
Still unclear in this episode. What is PMS? What is Blue Moon? What is Werewolf? Is the PMS or the Blue Moon or the Werewolf connected? I don't know. Very poorly explained.
Yeah, and just they blame the Blue Moon in the end, and they're just like, well, that won't happen till we're old, so
no concerns about this. So Leo's like, no, I didn't kill anyone. Here's my news. The news is the elders are suspicious about me killing that guy. So they're going to give you a new white lighter. Yeah. And Piper's like, I hope I don't blow him up. And Leo's like, you can't blow up a white lighter. And Phoebe's like, she blows you up all the time.
Because like the elders have been really suspicious ever since I wrote this book, if I did it.
So Piper, true to character, blows up the toaster.
Phoebe has a moment for the toaster, which is the most concern anyone's shown. Yeah. They just revealed Leo did a murder, but you know, the toaster. There's levels to this shit.
Like a minute ago, she found out her brother-in-law murdered someone. Yeah. She's like, that was a good toaster. Did not care about the elder who was killed. Has expressed no remorse, no condolences. That was a good toaster, though.
Yeah. They know where their priorities are.
That was a great toaster.
Cut to a very terrible CGI blue moon.
Oh,
Which
awful.
we will see throughout the episode.
Yes.
The new White Lighter, I don't remember if they gave him a name, probably something dumb. He's meditating in a park somewhere, like floating in the air. Just flagrantly showing off his powers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy just stumbled out after being high. Seemed like a big stoner.
Oh, man. Don't worry about it. I can meditate out in the park.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see me.
It's midnight.
San Francisco ain't that busy.
Yeah. We all know San Francisco shuts down at midnight, dude.
So Leo comes over. He's like, hey, maybe don't do that out in the open. He's like, hey, screw you, elder killing guy. I got my dream job with the Charmed Ones.
I love if he really thinks, too, that Leo's this murderer. Like, he's, yeah, you know what they're gonna do? Antagonize you, man. What you gonna do? Kill me? Kill me like that other guy you killed? You could possibly kill me.
Leo sounds like he's gonna kill him. He's like, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't go to the Charmed Ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want you getting hurt.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, whatever, man. What are you gonna do?
What if I just shove my exposed neck at you, man? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Slit my throat with this shard of glass? Holds it up to himself.
Here, why'd you do that? Why'd you just start cutting me, man?
He's hanging out with that guy in Psycho too. And Norman!
Yeah. You psycho! Kill me!
As with anyone who has this dream job of being the White Lighter for the Charmed Ones, he gets immediately mauled by a monster.
Yeah.
Just a werewolf jumps out of the bushes, mauls him. Keep in mind, spoilers, this is a Charmed One! The Charmed Ones have horribly mauled this guy!
Yeah. And
because they didn't like him.
to their credit, like, once they find out they did it, they're really sad and somber and feel super... Oh, wait, no, they don't care. Never mind. I was thinking of some other show where people feel bad about things.
You know, the one that jumped out of the bushes was Piper, right? She had
Oh,
to be
yeah.
it. She's like, yeah.
Well, she's already threatening to blow this guy up, so she would obviously lead the charge.
They
to
were
kill him.
foreshadowing that Piper was going to maul this guy horribly.
Yeah. We see the elders healing this guy, but we never find out the final fate of him, so I assume he died from complications.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. And the Charmed Ones would probably be like, yeah, that's what he gets for sticking his nose in our business.
If the elders can't heal this White Lighter, then, like, what is the deal with, like, PMS Werewolf Charmed Ones? They can just destroy anything? Like, what?
Yeah. Do they, put some kind of venom or something in their bites? Because, why is it so hard to heal this? Because they have, 5 elders trying to heal this one guy.
See, it's not the bite that gets you. It's all the charmed bacteria in the mouth that infects it later. Piper's lactating poison onto him. So the next day, Piper has burned some muffins. This is really the pressing issue.
Yeah.
She blows up the smoke detector because she's mad. And Leo's like, hey, why are you so mad? And apparently it's the PMS again. I don't know. They can't keep blaming PMS for all this shit. And Phoebe comes in and she's like, guess who's really bloated?
It's a laugh track, please. Charmed will be right back.
This is right after they have horribly mauled someone. Bloated! So Paige is like, hey, now that Agent Brody guy that's been snooping around, I'm gonna go do a snoop on him.
I'm gonna go kill him. We'll see.
I'm gonna go kill him. We'll see. I'm gonna find out if he's a demon or not, and if he is, I'll kill the shit out of him. So Phoebe's like, that's cool. I'm gonna go to work, and they're like, don't you have time off right now? And she's like, yeah, well, I gotta go see Nick Lachey.
Yeah.
Who's ghostwriting for her at the time. They're in a relationship at this point, sorta, kinda. And she's like, I feel like he's pulling away from me. Paige is like, maybe because he's leaving.
There's like no response to this horrible line either.
Piper chuckles at it.
Yeah,
thought it was
Piper
funny.
chuckles. I just mean like Phoebe has no comeback.
Oh, she just has a pissy face.
Yeah, I love that Piper laughs.
Your boyfriend's leaving. She gets on her bike and then flies past the house in the tornado.
I love, like, before Paige says that horrible thing, like, maybe she could use backup. I see after her saying that to Phoebe, maybe Phoebe would be like, well, screw you. Maybe you can go die investigating that agent by yourself.
Whatever.
They never care about backing each other up on these things. It's like, oh yeah, this is your individual mission. You go die or something. I need to go to work.
It's your thing.
Hey, maybe he's pulling away from you because he's, I don't know, leaving?
So the next scene, Leo orbs into magic school, where Q and the others are hanging out trying to heal the new White Lighter. This was when Q was like the leader elder for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was one of their longer running ones, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
I feel like it was him and Shelby. It's one of the longer running ones.
Yeah, he like knows in that one where they wipe Leo's mind and then he showed up as a truck driver and all that silly stuff.
You noticed in this one, his name's Odin? Apparently?
Yeah, Odin. It was like,
weird.
Yeah.
How did they get all of these like good guest stars to be elders?
Yeah, it's...
Sometimes they'd have just like theater dads.
Yeah.
But like...
Yeah, and then John Delancey and James Avery, it's like, what?
They thought they were mistaken and thought this was a real show. So they're trying to heal this new White Lighter. It's not working out very well. They think Leo might have done this because he was in the park threatening him. He killed someone before. And he's like, well, maybe it was a Dark Lighter. And Q's like, does it look like a Dark Lighter did this? It's like, well, there's all these claw marks on him. Does it look like Leo did it?
Yeah.
Leo doesn't have claws.
Leo and his claws.
That Leo with his werewolf claws. You got Detective Odin there. The next scene, Piper's putting the babies to sleep.
For their final rest.
Permanently. She's mentioned at some point that, like, Leo might be moving back in. I guess he's been moved out for a bit. I think this was during their, like, separation for a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's the big return of Leo.
Yeah, the big return. And she's like, oh, he'll move back in. And Phoebe and Paige suddenly go from, he ain't fucking killing anyone, to like, he might kill us. Maybe don't let him move in. If you don't care about us, what about your kids? He'll probably kill your kids.
We flipped a coin today to see where we landed on this Leo thing.
It depends on the scene, really. Piper blows up a vase. Paige orbs in and out. She's kind of been, like, jump orbing. And they're like, hey, our powers seem like they're kind of wonky lately. All this stuff's going wrong. They never really explain why that's going on. It must be tied into the PMS Blue Moon stuff, but they never explain at any point, really, what anything has to do with anything.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying, though. It was like their powers are wonky because of PMS.
Does it happen every month? The demons just attack them when they're on their periods.
Yeah. They'll be too busy at each other's throats to bother with the demons anyway.
This was always a thing. During their periods, their powers go crazy.
Yeah, they just want to kill each other.
Oh, them women and their PMS hysteria.
Oh, what's the matter, Phoebe? You ruin another relationship? Let's put that on the ticker board. Loser.
Leo orbs in to update them on the new White Lighter. Piper thinks the elders are setting them up. They're setting us up! And Leo's like, I don't know, maybe it's like one of the million things that go after you all the time. Maybe that did it. The next thing we see, there's an establishing shot of an Ask Phoebe bench. And at the Bay Mirror, Phoebe goes to visit 98 Degrees and reads his latest piece about romance in the blue moon or something. She's like, well, I feel like there's been something wrong for a while. You're leaving, we barely see each other. He's complaining that she's always running out on him. This is a story we've seen a million times in the show. He has to leave for work stuff, so they're going to talk about it over breakfast the next day. Keep you updated on that situation.
Yeah, it's really enthralling.
Well, here's something enthralling. Brody. So he's looking through some blinds ominously and smirking. I think because he sees Paige like...
Yeah.
She's staking out his apartment. He leaves. She orbs in. And he comes back in. He's like, hey!
Yeah. What's going on in there?
What are you doing? You gonna try my brownies? Look at my new chainsaw!
And then Paige does her, I don't know, PMS surprised orb to nowhere.
Yeah, it seems like that would come up more often if during PMS she's just constantly...
Yeah. I do an orb to nothing.
That is their, like, absolutely nothing reveal to him that they have powers.
Yeah.
He seems to know something about them, because I believe he showed up at the end of some magic thing with pirates or something. It might have been that one.
Yeah, like, Paige goes like, oh no, everything's revealed to him, and he's like, yeah, I already knew, actually, that you're witches, and I'm here to help you with some new threat.
Yeah, he just knows everything, and it's like, alright. It's so nothing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Here, have some blood, you can tell that I'm not a demon with it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll prove that I'm not a demon, you can test my blood, whatever, there's this big power rising up, and you're gonna need my help to stop it. And then we have Leo and Piper in the attic, the big power Piper. They decide they're going to set a trap for whatever attacked that other white lighter by just throwing in some other random white lighter to lure him in.
Maybe he'll die. Who cares?
Is Leo not a white lighter at this point? He's orbing, so he is a white lighter.
Yeah.
Why don't they just have him be the bait?
Because maybe it's Leo.
I guess so. I guess because they want to horribly maul someone, and they're like, Leo's already been, like, turned into ice and then kicked into chunklets. Maybe let's torture someone else for a little bit.
Yeah, at this point, I guess he's white lighter after being demoted from elder.
Yeah, but he would have... They just know that it's attacking white lighters, so it would have worked just the same.
But, like, maybe he still has elder smell on him, so what's eating white lighters wouldn't like the taste of him.
It's like when you pick up a baby bird and you get the scent from your hand on its wings. Like, it's just not the same anymore. Mom's not going to accept it.
Why the hell did you do that?
So Piper's like, you take the kids to magic school, the typical let's write out the kids story. And she's like, I'll go get the kids ready. And right when she leaves the room, a stupid floating skull comes in, floats around Leo. You'll kill them all! Yeah!
He goes, maybe I will. Kill my family.
These stupid floating skulls, they're the avatars, and nothing about what they do in this episode and anything happening before they reveal their deal makes any sense. No sense whatsoever.
Leo, us and the other ghouls are kind of getting worried about you not moving forward on this kill your family thing.
Sitting there eating snacks.
Yeah. Can't eat, can't talk, eating.
Nothing makes any sense because the Avatar's whole deal is like total neutrality. No good and no evil.
Yeah.
And so they want to just world peace, I guess. So they're like, we have to like torture Leo for a while as floating evil skulls and then tell him he'll kill his family and keep him apart from them and get him possessed. Like, none of that makes any sense.
One of them says, like, this is the direct approach.
Oh, yeah, because they were floating around him with their stupid skulls before.
Yeah, like, that's the direct approach.
Maybe when he killed James Avery.
Like, how is that the direct approach? Wouldn't the direct approach being going up to him, saying, hey, we're the avatars. We're neutral.
It seems rather indirect, to be honest.
I think there was an idea with the avatars, but they really screw it up and churned. Like, I thought there was an idea there that could have been interesting if it was executed better.
Yeah, definitely. But then they solve it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Forget it! I'm not doing it! This episode was badly written!
So Paige and Phoebe are in the attic creating a vanquishing potion with a rando wiener white lighter who's just there to get killed.
I don't want to be paid. Why am I here?
Yeah, they call him Wimpy. For what, like, they can't be healed by the elders. Yeah, quit being such a wimp.
Yeah.
We're just trying to lure in something that can horribly maul you.
Yeah. There's definitely a slim chance you'll survive.
Piper comes in and she's like, hey, is that Brody guy a demon or what?
Did you kill him? Is there blood on you?
Yeah. Paige is like, nah. And she's like, all right, he's tomorrow's problem. So Phoebe's like, yeah, everything's kind of fucked up, especially with that blue moon out there. And Paige is like, oh yeah, the blue moon. I read some in the Book of Shadows about this, that if blue moons are once every 50 years, but we've had 2 in 1 year. The sentence doesn't make any sense. Like she doesn't, it feels like it's the lead up to a sentence, but then it isn't.
Yeah, I think she's trying to say like 2 blue moons in a row only happen every 50 years, something like that. And that's apparently in the end, that's what's making them PMS werewolves. I don't know.
I have no idea. She's like, if the blue moon happens once every 50 years, but we've had 2 blue moons in 1 year or something, like she uses strange wording. And I feel like this was like a line that like was fudged. Like she was sort of like, I don't know, this is the gist of the line.
Yeah, she's like, it seems it only happens every 50 years. I don't know.
Well, anyway, the moon rises and the sisters turn into shitty PMS werewolves.
Which look more like PMS were-rats than anything. And they look like they were rendered by like a PlayStation 2 or something.
It's like some of their worst CGI. This is full on like American Werewolf in Paris werewolves. It's that bad.
It's awful.
And they never explain what this is. Why they're turning into werewolves, them specifically turning into PMS werewolves, because the blue moon, because they're PMS, because the 2 blue moons, because of all this together. Why that hurts white lighters and they can't heal from that. What their motives are. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. Nothing makes sense.
No. Like,
did you catch any explanation for why this was happening?
I don't know. Just something about the blue moon makes them into were-rats.
Yeah, they sort of make an assumption this is causing it, and then don't delve any further.
Well, that's what they blame in the end, because, like, Piper says something like, if it happens again, we'll be in the old folks' home in 50 years, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they don't care about solving the situation. It solves itself. They do fuck all. And plus, a blue moon is a real thing. It's not the thing they're calling it, but, like, blue moons exist. It's not this.
You'd think they didn't by how shitty their fake blue moon is in this.
So immediately after they've turned into terrible PS1 graphics, they maul the wimpy white lighter horribly.
Yes.
He manages to trap them in their own trap before passing out from massive blood loss.
Yeah, and he's left that way overnight.
Yeah, they wake up, they're magically in their clothes again. And he is unconscious and horribly injured nearby. Like, he's not woken up.
He's just, like, bleeding out. And they're like...
Yeah.
And they see that and they're just like... Was it us? I think it might have been us. Oh, boy. Is that guy dead yet?
No remorse for this.
I think Piper goes over and pisses on his wounds just to see if he's still alive.
She lifts her leg like on a fire hydrant.
This'll see if he's dead or not.
You're supposed to do that with jellyfish or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's the same with werewolves. I don't know. Who cares? It's just a white lighter piece of trash. Half-breed.
They've started to put 2 and 2 together and realize that they are the PMS werewolves.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. To get out of this trap, Paige orbs a crystal away, and it goes through a window and hits a cat, comedically, I guess.
No, Paige goes, what, me worried?
Presumably it hit Daryl on the way.
Yeah.
Paige orbs the white lighter to magic school to get some help, and Phoebe's like, whoops, gotta go meet 98 Degrees for breakfast. They might have killed someone.
But Phoebe always has her priorities straight. Dates.
Bitch.
Lots and lots of dates.
What a bitch.
We just grievously injured someone. I have a date!
His blood's still pooling on the floor, you asshole.
I'll clean it up with magic. Personal gain, my ass.
would be amazing if, like, Phoebe went to this date, but, like, before she gets there, the elders appear. They blow a hole through 98 degrees and zap her. Oh no! My actions had consequences!
I'm just imagining Piper cleaning up the blood like a scene from a Disney movie, like a bunch of animals and brooms magically, like, cleaning up it all.
Someday my blood will be wiped up.
I'm in need of a guilt remover spell.
Alright, so at magic school, Q's like, I'm setting a lockdown. The White Lighters can't come out until we catch who's responsible for this. The sisters don't want to let him know what's going on. And he's like, hey, sorry about suspecting you of more murder, Leo. But
My
mostly
bad.
he's worried.
You're in our good books for another minute here.
Mostly he's worried the elders could be next. That's really his main priority. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares about the White Lighters? The elders might be on the menu next.
Looks like elders back on the menu, boys.
Welders.
Welders?
Welders might also be next.
Oh, no, not the welders. That's how they're trying to fix that stupid white lighter back there. Let's weld his wounds shut.
Yeah.
This isn't working.
I was gonna say something really clever. Elders, the other white meat. Alright, so Paige takes Leo aside. She's like, hey, I need to find Brody, because he might know what's going on. He was talking about some other power. Maybe he knows what the deal is. Before she heads out, she's like, hey, real quick, we're the monsters. we were the ones who did this. See ya. Bye!
You're just the...
By the way, we're PMS Werewolves.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this information.
Why did Leo ever hang out with them? He should have ran away. Away to Costa Rica and never come back.
This is my chance to just get out. I don't ever need to see them again, actually.
It's been nothing but heartache. What, do I want my evil son? Like, is that what I'm staying for? My evil Nickelback
evil
son?
wife.
My evil wife is this family of supervillains?
Yeah, I have one son who tries to kill me, another son who tries to take over the world later, and then Piper, the queen of all evil.
Yeah, not really a great family when you think about it. Anyway, breakfast with 98 degrees. Phoebe shows up late she's wearing a towel crop top. It's like a material like towels. And a giant set of cleavage. Like, there's a lot of boobage going on. And pigtails.
She thinks this is what will make him stay, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, I better get the cleavage out. She has changed since the last time we saw her, so she's like, I'm late, but hang on, I gotta get ready. Spray some perfume on her boobs.
Try to get the blood out.
Yeah. He's pissy about her being late. And he's like,
it's a quarter after 10 or something.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm mad because I didn't expect to like you so much. This goes nowhere. Who cares?
Yeah. The apathy knows no bounds.
He's got to go on tour with his band. He's gonna leave. Paige at Brody's. She asks how he knows about anything. And he's like, I just know something's coming from ancient times. And it becomes apparent that this doesn't really relate to the PMS werewolf thing, so Paige starts losing her interest.
Yeah, her eyes glaze over, and she's like, is this about me? You're like, no, once upon a time my parents did something. He's like, ugh, I don't care.
Yeah, he gives his backstory about these ancient beings killing his parents when he was 5. It's super boring. Meanwhile, the underworld, there's a bunch of demons and shitty CGI skulls floating around them, tormenting them.
So dumb.
These skulls form into the avatars. They form their bodies, and they're the avatars.
Yeah. They blow up all the demons except one, because like, he's the best, he's their leader.
Yeah, because neutrality or something. They're like, we want the leader because we want you to drive Leo away from his family. Because neutrality.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Piper's at home with Leo. She's giving him a bunch of potions to use against them because of the PMS werewolf thing, which seems rather big of her to be like,
Yeah, you could blow me up. Whatever. I guess you owe me one.
Leo's like, hey, hang on, let me save you instead of the other way around, as if that was ever true. As if they weren't just blowing him up all the time. Like, he's only alive because he's a zombie.
Yeah, well, I mean, they even say you blow Leo up all the times.
Yeah. They never saved him. And when she leaves the room, the demon leader shows up, possesses Leo, and in the attic, they're setting up their trap again for when they turn into PMS werewolves again. And Paige wonders if they should have snacks with them while they wait. And Piper's like,
Yeah, don't worry about it. If you get hungry, we'll have Leo throw us a white lighter.
She literally says that. I'm not joking.
She does say that.
Well, then we'll have Leo throw us a white lighter. Don't worry about it.
They killed 2 people. They ain't making it out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's so funny. We killed 2 people. That's your heroes for this show.
They're like, we don't know if this is the Blue Moon or if it's the PMS werewolves or what, the Blue Moon making us.
Or just our lack of giving a shit. Who knows?
Yeah, they don't know what's making them PMS werewolves. And they never find out, and they never care to find out. Possessed Leo shows up acting super obvious. And they're like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. So, you are married to this being? Is that correct? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no.
We see a Leo vision. It's like, text shows up like, Piper, wife, bitchy. Enjoys torture. How is the torture today, Piper?
Piper, my wife.
Well, the torture's going great. Thanks for asking.
We have 2 children. Half-breeds.
It's like on Buffy with the Buffy bot, where she's like, how's your money? Thanks. It's good. So there's a ring at their doorbell. Nothing pressing going on at the moment. So Phoebe answers it, and it's 98 degrees. And she's like, gotta call you tomorrow. Because Leo's attacking Piper in the attic. Paige throws a television at him, and he orbs out. And the girls, Paige and Phoebe are like, hey, what's up with that? Is Leo getting all murdery again? And Piper's like,
It wasn't Leo. He was possessed or something.
It's just like such a bad line reading.
he's possessed, whatever. I'm bored.
It wasn't Leo. He was possessed. Like, there's no worry for her husband, anything. He's possessed. I want to do this.
There is an abrupt cut to Leo and the elders having an Emperor Palpatine lightning finger fight at magic school. They spend so much fucking time on Breakfast with 98 Degrees, Brody telling his boring ass backstory, and then we get in the middle of this Emperor Palpatine fight.
Yeah. Charmed is always really bad about their action sequences. This is no different.
The girls orb in because they figured he was going to go to magic school, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember why they thought he was there. But they orb in because, again, nothing pressing going on like PMS werewolves. And Q's like, you butt out of this. We're only going to kill your white lighter or brother-in-law / husband. The blue moon comes up, they turn into PMS werewolves, much to Q's chagrin. That shot of John Lancie, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
PMS werewolves? Why am I on this show?
Finally, we see Q zap the shit out of them.
Yeah, he zaps the shit out of them, knocks them out. Instant knockout.
Yeah.
And apparently they leave them with their necks all twisted on the couch until they wake up in the morning. Like they're sitting there like their necks at 90-degree angles. 98-degree angles.
Yes.
They just leave them there.
Yeah.
Just don't move them.
When did they change from the rats back into the human rats?
I guess when the moon went down.
Yeah, just wondering, like, how'd their necks look when they were the other things? The crappy CG.
I don't know why the elders didn't take advantage of them being unconscious to put them in a cage or something, because they could have woken up and attacked them again. They know that they can hurt white lighters.
Well, that would require them moving from this one room they're showing in magic school this episode, and they don't want to do that.
They could have set up a magical barrier to have them behind and just have them touch it, and then bzz, bzz, that's when it shows up.
Sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if it's worth
Whatever. And they're like, hey, where's Leo? And Q's like, we threw him away while you were out.
He's in off-screen prison.
Yeah, wherever that is, I don't know. And Q's like, hey, you guys can't be leaving if you're going to be turning into PMS werewolves. And they're like, don't worry about it. That's every 50 years. It ain't going to happen again. I guess that's over. It solved itself. This meant nothing.
That's the end.
At the end of the day, it accomplished nothing. What story-wise happened?
Didn't they say there's only 2? Or was there supposed to be more than 2 blue moons in a row?
I think there was a third one, because that's when they turned into it.
I know. I thought Paige was saying that it was happening twice in a row, but they definitely changed 3 times.
Yeah, well, it had only been twice at that time. I guess there were 3.
Yeah.
They don't explain anything.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. It's not night when they're at the magic school either, is it?
In that dimension, who knows? But if they're not even by the blue moon, because magic school seems to be in another dimension, right? So it's not on Earth somewhere.
So like
right?
if they're and if they're in
so
another
PMS
dimension,
Werewolf, the blue moon wouldn't have even been there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's big daylight coming out of the giant window in that magic school room.
They have 2 suns.
No. Somewhere out there, the blue moon's rays touch them.
I have no idea, but it's over now. Never to be brought up again.
No. That was a good plot. We don't care about it. It's done.
Yeah, this is when Piper pulls up her big boy pants, and she's like, hey, you can't find out about this other power if you don't let us go, Q. And then he's like, fine, all right, I'll give you Leo back. So in the underworld, the demon leader asks the avatars for help. He's like, hey guys, you gotta protect me. The Charmed Ones are coming after me. Dun dun dun. They show up.
Yeah.
They freeze him mid-warp, like he's like blinking out. I think demons blink, and so his body's all wavy, but his head isn't.
Yeah, he's trying to teleport out, and they freeze him mid that.
It looks bad. It looks terrible. You don't want to freeze on those effects because they're not great. They try to get info from him, and an avatar skull floats in and zaps him with eye lightning.
Yeah.
He had no choice there. He was either going to get tortured to death by the Charmed Ones or killed by the avatars. He wasn't making it out of there. And Phoebe is like, can we go now?
Yeah. This is like the big action sequence supposedly for the Charmed Ones, like coming in to save the day, and it's like 2 seconds, them freezing this
Piper
demon.
throws her hands out and freezes or blows someone up at the end.
Mm-hmm. And Phoebe cannot be fucked to care about this.
No, because she's got 98 degrees to go see.
Yep.
Agent Brody is at his apartment, because that's where he's filming his scenes for this episode. He gets a call from Paige in a satin hoodie. And her thing was unrelated to his thing. And she's like, Leo is possessed, but we get possessed all the time. Don't worry, we unpossessed him. There's all this shit that's going on. And he's like, well, I knew some of this stuff. I didn't know all this stuff. This is kind of weird.
How'd my blood test come out? She's like, oh yeah, demon.
Demon for sure. Meanwhile, with 98 degrees, this is his swan song. Everyone's sad. Phoebe in a white, long-sleeved, tattered patchwork shirt with buckles. It's a bizarre shirt. She visits him as he's leaving. She's super bummed. I guess he helped her believe in love again. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, can't wait to learn that lesson again with Coop.
Yeah, just constant learn to believe in love again.
Anyway, she grabs like this basketball hoop he set up and strangles him with it.
Yeah, that's what happened immediately after they cut to the next scene.
That's the last time a man will be writing for me.
Ask Phoebe how to kill.
So Piper and Leo are at magic school, and she's like, hey, what was up with that creature head thing? She calls it like a creature head. She's like, one of these creature heads showed up and killed that demon.
Oh no, I think they're making me crazy. I gotta go.
Yeah, I love like later they're trying to explain away this skull thing in a different episode, and then he's just like, that was their way of trying to get my attention.
Yeah. It's like they completely like, I don't know, changed their mind about what these avatars were later, which is the more interesting take than the stupid floating skull things, but it's such a mess.
Well, anyway, Piper's like, well, after all that, you should move in. And he's like, actually, I think this is kind of a bad idea. There's all these things after me. It's going to put everyone in danger. Unlike Piper, he actually cares about people. And that's the end of the episode. Phelan, who's your Margoyle?
Paige.
It's kind of hard to come back from that intro, isn't it?
Yeah. Just so apathetic to everything and mean.
She did seem the meanest out of everyone. I don't know why.
Yeah, and it's like, it's rare you get that, so I guess I gotta give it to her while I can.
Gotta give it to her. She outbitched the best.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to get to those heights.
Yeah, even Piper said, like, whoa, that's a bit much, Paige. So... Actually, all she did was snicker, but still.
You learned well, young Padawan.
Who was your Margoyle?
I like two Margoyles. I like Paige as the Margoyle, because truly, that intro was hard to come back from. She never came back from it.
No.
And, I think that first white lighter that got killed, he was just like, what are you gonna do, man? You gonna get me, you stupid killer?
We know you killed that elder, so what are you gonna do? Kill me? I'm weaker than him. There's no way you can kill me.
Pretty big loser. I would have nominated the other one that they brought in because he wasn't even like that important, but he did kind of kick some ass because he trapped the charmed ones while he was dying, which is pretty good for a one scene character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'll give it to Paige though. She is truly the worst.
Yeah, double jeopardy.
Let's end it with, what was your overall opinion of this episode, Phelan?
One of their dumbest. It's a terrible, way to kick off a new story arc with the avatars. This is season 7, and this was possibly going to be their last at one point. And they're like, how do we get people invest in this? I know. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, maybe they were like, it's like when you've put in your 2 weeks notice, you kind of just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's our last season, who cares?
Yeah, everyone's going through the motions in this. You're like, oh, what's going on? There's some plot. I don't want to do that. Can we go now? Oh, I gotta get 98 Degrees off the show. I want my office back.
Yeah, a lot of significant things and insignificant things happened in this episode. This was 98 Degrees send-off. This was the start, really, of the Avatar arc, or at least revealing what they were.
It's such a boring way to send him off, too. Like, why not kill him or something?
It's like any of her other boyfriends. Like, it comes to nothing. They just do the stunt casting, and then he leaves, and she believes in love again till the next futz comes around.
Yeah. Phoebe Fudder.
Yeah, this was a nonsense, apathetic episode. Like, just trying to wrap your brain around anything. Like, they refuse to explain anything to you because, like, they just don't care.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
I think that's the end. Do you have anything else you want to say about PMS Werewolves?
Watch it.
Yeah, thumbs up, ringing endorsement. Check it out, guys. It's on Peacock
It's
for
great.
free.
If you want to see what this show truly is, this is the episode.
It's a good for beginners. If you guys enjoyed our podcast, I'd appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, or review wherever you're enjoying this on. You can find us on anchor.fm under Charmed Rewind. You can support us on Anchor like Stephen Tercey. If you are watching us on YouTube, we are on youtube.com/movie nights the series. Phelan's on youtube.com/Phelis. We're on Patreon at patreon.com/movie nights and patreon.com/Phelis. Thanks to Peter Hunter for editing the podcast for us, and you can find him on Twitter at Preacher Hunter. What hashtag should we use?
Hashtag don't care.
Hashtag PMS Werewolves. About sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. We'll see you guys on the next Charmed Rewind. Charmanders.